college and stuff, but for the most part. Also, your gay lives with you go through a phase. That's what, you know what I mean? Or sometimes I'm gay if it's an emergency. And what type of emergency would that be? Like if you're in Europe, you know, and how could that translate into something gay? It's just because you know you meet somebody. I'm not into guys. But you're a fighter, right? Yeah. Well, dude, you've had more street fights than UFC fights. Know what you're doing to me? I know what you're doing to me, dude. All right. Look, all I'm saying is that there's a situation, okay? And I shoot that. Who do you? You're around me with all that fucking money. Every time I fucking reach for it, he got me signed in when I was like 12. So he got that thing where my parents signed it. It's yourself. What else did you sign when you 11? 2 or 11? Yeah, where did I go? I couldn't. I know they don't have like, for example. That's true. I did the math in my head. I didn't write it down or nothing. Because you want to go usually. No. Hey, this guy's moving a lot. There's a lot of movement. I think so. We already covered 2. It's great. No. And that's why I think. Okay. I think Bobby Lee's hilarious. So that's the 5. I think Sinatra's hilarious. Okay, so Joe Rogan. Well, I said, let's move on to the next. Sorry. Sound of 5 minutes long, so now you get those guys. That's a fucked up question. Smart question. It's a smart question. It's a smart question. No. You already have the first one. Wait a minute. I was just assuming that you knew that was the next question. That's why you said Dude, that makes sense. That's a smart question. Yeah. You already have the first one. Guy dead. Joe Rogan. We're talking about Joe Rogan. Oh, I love Joe Rogan. But she's in that top 5. Keep looking. I feel one name for coming to your mind. That you are not a mind reader, dude. I know not. One of them you named. One of them we named earlier, and I want you to name it. Don't see. Oh, okay. I don't know what you're saying. Okay, so let's start off with yours. Name zero of the least fun. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, so because it would cry. Stop looking up like that. Stop bullshitting. You want just enough to give this explanation when I ask you for the I'm trying to create a caveat here. Stand up is something like you know that I have to get an answer from you. I can't accept not getting an answer from you. I know. You're very competitive. I'm competitive. I appreciate that. I'm gonna one day I'll have more street fights than you know what? That fucking earring you have is a small touch, but it really brings out your eyes and your nose. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't like to try. Sharp. It's not changing conversation, okay? The five happened in my life. I swear to God. Dude, you're crossing your fingers. To have some integrity and say, hey, fine, I will. I think John Mays is not funny. I said your friend. I know you guys. Okay, John Mayer. John Mayer's a great guitarist. He's not great. It's not. John Mayer is a great guitarist, but I don't think he's funny. Tom Cruise is a good friend. I don't know if he's that funny. You are not comedians. You are not friendly, Tom Cruise. We have the time share. The 5 least funny comedians have done your podcast or done Joe Rogan. I feel like why is he fucking sitting there just go on that sit there laugh under his breath and count my life. Okay. Because today's be on their broadcast. I'm scared he's gonna sue you. Yeah. Nobody's gonna sue you. Relax. Relax. He's touching me with his foot, bro. That's inappropriate. Yes. I'm sponsored by Adidas. Sponsored by SIF Sports. Adidas is what now. You know what? You gotta cut your fucking outro, so cut it. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Shit. Shit is an underwear company that I've worked with in the past, and they decided to sponsor today's episode. Something you should know about Shit is that it helps stay comfortable because they have the dual pouch, which helps keep everything brushes and stuff like that. Sheet is made from materials like modal and bamboo, which is one of the reasons it's recommended by urologists. And so if you don't trust my word, you probably shouldn't trust the urologist either. I need to send me some of their underwear so I can showcase it used by a bunch of morons. They decided to send me this shirt instead. My buddy Mike does have sheet though, and he said he thinks it's extremely comfortable and he recommends it. Thanks to Sheet for sponsoring today's episode, and if you want to get something for yourself, go to sheet.com, sheath.com, and use code MATAN, MATAN, to get 20% off your order. That's sheet.com, sheath.com, and use code MATAN, MATAN, to get 20% off your order. Listen, kid, we're not changing aisle. I'm fine. Let's go. Well, I have 7 more things. What would you say? I asked you, I'll go with my list next. You go first. I think that everybody is funny in their own right. I think people are all very funny. Maybe they're good at fighting. Yeah. For example, I'm fighting the kid. What's his name? Brandon Shaw. Very funny. Very funny man. Very funny. Very strong. You really have to say that? In the podcast, fighter. And you will see. Brandon. Shaw. I'll tell you this, I'm a big part of this movie. Well, no, I just like the idea. If they're coming over the hill, what do we do? You're changing the conversation. Okay, I'm sorry, but I got carried away. Okay, listen to me. There's a couple 100,000 of us now. I started it, guys, and you started it? Oh, you know what email I used to? Which? You know. What is it? I feel better. Listen, right now, I got some information. This is why I have the great podcast. Nobody else will talk to you like I know, and I appreciate it. Yeah. Tiger Bell. Now that I see that, are you going to call me after this threat to kill me? Ever? No, never. I would guess that that's something you might do. No, I would never do that. That was when I was short. That was when I was 48, bro. I'm grown up. No, I'm not as hot. What's up? What are you doing? What's that?
You are hot as fuck, bro.
But also, I think you're talking about Tiger Belly. And I love Tiger. I went on there recently. So did Bobby mention it? Off camera. You say good things. He said he was trying to beat him up and kill him. I can't remember exactly. He didn't mention that, but I thought that was cute. What the? Bro, you led me down that rabbit hole. Why are you getting your information from the community? Why can't you just talk to me? Or Brandon, but this is my first time meeting you, and Brandon won't talk to me. I don't know how to get in contact on the podcast, but I don't know right now. Phone number? No, I'm not going to do that. No. Okay, how do talk to me? You know what? By the way, don't push you out of me now. No. I'm going to have, when we're done, I'll have to call you. Because you're hoping. It's my friend. You're getting it from me. I see it now. I have a conspiracy. What do you mean? You thought he bullied you, so you tried to go to his house. find out that they were involved? Well, the bottom line is, the way I treated Bobby was wrong. Yeah. No. The way I treated Bobby was really wrong, and I apologize 15,000 times. I forgive you for breaking on you. Okay, you're back. I'll forgive you for this. I was trying and I got cut off. In some ways, you got older and your face looks older. Dude, I have a pretty young looking face for my. Not to be surprised. I like to sit and reach the stars. I don't know about you, honestly. I'm not comedian who stand up, sticks or not. I'm not, but I've heard some comedian be said you'd land on a cloud. I said, man, I'm not. It makes more sense. I would not accuse your friends of stealing jokes because I think only the brain right there they can come up with that stuff. There, I don't know why you pounded me on that one. Because I like that you were. I don't want to. Yeah, you're different. I like that. I think I would be. Fight is fine. Even though I would never fight. Yeah, you're a kid. Kids? God damn them to hell. Well, I have 4 kids. Dude. In fact, I have a good. What are you gonna do? There's nothing in there, look. Oh, there's nothing in my pockets. Hey, come here. You have to look until we're done. What do you want to do? You want to go through my position of dignity and power because, frankly, I'm pretty intelligent and all my strengths are not cleaning shit. How? Go out. Yeah, I know. I can't. Oh, you got my wallet. I don't have your wallet. No, you just took it. No, I don't. When you say let me in, what does that mean? Is that a sexual reference? I am Marvin, man. Let me in. I'll see you. Why would you do that? I don't know. Just throw down the little bit in podcast and go last day so far. I'm gonna get back to your 5 worst meetings with your friends. Don't be like Trevor Noah. Don't give me some answer. No, it's very whitewashed. I'm not saying don't be like Trevor Noah. I'm saying don't give me an answer like Trevor Noah, like a diplomatic answer. Yeah, give me an answer. Like your friend that you think are not funny, but you wouldn't say it to their face, but they'll learn about it right now. This is fucking live right now. Yeah, we're twitching this. No, this isn't live. Seriously, but nobody. So I can feel it out afterward. I feel it. Okay, let's go. Not okay. Let's go. But nobody answered. I ask one of these stupid guys, they won't answer these questions. I have other friends. I have a diverse group of friends. Go ahead, name 5 of them. I mean, that's me. No, it's not. It's super funny. The other, all my friends are funny. No, they're not. No, who think of my friends is not funny? Careful. I think it's integral for a successful podcast to have a good. No, not this one. Why not this one? Why are you the exception? Are you is more successful than mine? Now my podcast used to be way more successful than yours. You know that. But you're too young to remember that. I'm just happy guy. And I will tell you this about Reddit. I had no idea how big it was. Which it was. My wife told me. And when was that? That was after my time. Right. He's totally not professional. He's totally green. And for me, okay, top 5, let's go. You've been on this for a while now. Ex-wife. Don't think are funny. I don't have a top 5. I feel like you already named the 2 you were thinking of, and then just one more. I think who I don't think is funny that I know. You know what the truth is? No, listen. I don't watch other comics. I really don't. nice. That's a compliment. It's not a compliment, dude. He's texting someone on your phone. No, it's his phone. Oh. Alright, so go ahead. And then you. Okay, give me 5. 5? I don't have 5. I really don't. People on social media, you can get a lot more popular when your comedy may not. Do you think anybody answer to my questions? I mean, nothing. Okay, name 5 comedians your friends. He's doing a podcast with Alex. Alex? Yeah. He's doing a podcast with Brendan Schwab. Schwab. Don't say Schwab. I'm saying it wrong? Yes, it's Brett Schwab. It's a name. You could. Oh shit. When I called you, somehow he found the footage right now on Facebook. He's suing me. Fuck. He said he got Rogan. No. I'll take it back to him. God's sake, be careful. That's an iPhone 16. Alright. Okay. 5. That phrasing like this. You steal more funny? Yes. He's very funny. Yes. Is your co-host funny? You think my co-host? Yeah, but you didn't say steal more funny. I'm not the fighter kid. The fighter kid. He's very funny. He's not. Oh, come on. You don't even listen to the podcast. You get your information from the community. Another lawsuit. You should be listening to the fighter kid. Is he talking about this episode today? Yes. Good on you for showing up. Come on, bro. We're here, man. I'm sure you're not going to regret it. No. Some psychologists say that the left side of the brain is for analytical thinking, while the right side of the brain is used for creative purposes. What would they say about someone like you who is missing their brain? They would say that I'm all heart. All heart. Nothing else. Yeah. That's why you don't want to throw your friends under the bus. I work from my heart. Unless they're Asian. Unless they're Asian. And a little side of time, yeah. You're being, that's a mean way to describe. No, that's not. You're wrong. That's why I've been on the podcast. I'm trying to make good points to show up. He's a good man. I've already said you're using me to get him. You've been using me to get him on the fucking podcast because he's more popular. He's a way better guest. Yes, he's a good guest. He's like the top tier. The most viral we ever had was what? Did somebody record the phone? No, there are 2 phone calls. Listen. Turn my ringer on. Why do you do so many phone calls? Alright, let's continue. Say again? It comes with a spongy bread, and you go like this with it. Yeah. You used to be an actor, right? me a scenario. Yeah? Go ahead. What the fuck you want? You are really mad at 5 of your friends because they're not fun. Okay. Give them the name. You guys. Oh, dude, you're good. Go ahead. Go. None of you guys are fucking funny, okay? None of you. Every time I see you, I'd rather cry. So you got to get yourself a little more specific and start fucking writing. Yeah, you didn't get the name, though. Pussy, yeah. Hey, John. Paul. I said, Jeremiah, you guys are not fucking funny. Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that? Brendan takes too much shit. I love him. I feel like you know. He's on see him in court. So much money, dude. How the fuck do you have that much money? You're young. I don't fucking got any of that. A lot of money. I got like 2 of those. You know what's happening? You're making money off me right now. This episode might do good. Yeah, it'll do very well. It'll be seen by hundreds of thousands on a brand new platform. What's that platform called? If you say Reddit, I'm gonna freak out. We both know it's one of my colleagues. You're bullying me right now. By the way, this whole fucking podcast should be called the Bully Podcast. And you know what? Usual guest. Yeah, and you've been bullying me. And I'm fucking older than your parents, I guarantee. That might be true, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably as old as your grandfather. He's just fucked up. How old's your grandfather? Just around that age, I guess. See? That's 30 grand. Dude, man, you are fucking rolling. Well, no, from one of them, I got 2%, a couple hundred a year. That's my year. You're saying, not correct. Almost not for that. Because you don't watch the podcast, so how more than you? Okay, who is this? Brandon? No, see? Fucking, I'm wrong. I just got you. You guys can't guess anymore? We can't guess. You guys got, had some problems. Yeah. Yeah, but I think they were. Why you these? Because it's decisions. All right. What are you doing? Is that a victory thing? I'm not even why are you doing that? Your hair looks, you look like a fucking witch right now from that angle. Do you know that? Are you doing? Are you doing? Person? Fucking know that shit. All right, dude, I have a fucking step class. Oh, you have a meeting? Yeah, I have a for later. Yeah. Well, we got to it. Do you think the government there, so I don't get grossed out with a hole and opens their mouth? Yes, that I do. Yes. How do you think they'll, I think they should round people have dentist chairs. Should have something before my time. Yeah, it goes back to when drunk Irishmen who are immigrants in New York would get drunk and they put them in what's called the what I give you? Or I give you. Well, I can get more than 3, but I'm just giving you 3. Well, we already did that earlier.
Yeah, I know. But I have a nice body.
This is not
Coming up.
Well, so you wouldn't even, if we rounded even to the 5s, it wouldn't even be 55, it'd be 60.
I'm 58. You're right. Okay, but we don't have to do that kind of fucking math. I thought you were going to say. I thought we had done. We were done with the negative stuff. What would you give me for a birthday present if you had to?
Oh, that's a good question. What would I give you for
And don't be a dick.
No, I'm gonna give you a real answer. I would give you red and gold.
I'm not doing that. I'm not pounding you for that. Ow! Don't fucking pound me when I don't pound you. Don't force pound me.
Well, I don't like disrespect.
Well, why did you bring up red?
I don't like
being sensitive about that.
That's why.
And why'd you call it community?
I'm part of it. I feel like I'm in a community.
You're part of the Reddit community?
Come on, we did this already. I am the fucking leader. I started it with that fucking
time.
You finally figured it out.
Yeah.
This time.
So this has been, and this is fucking where I'm at now. In this white portal, in this fucking surrounded by sheets. What are you doing? You're checking your phone in the middle of our fucking line.
I'm putting up a video. How much would somebody have to pay you to live under this guy? Drew McIntyre. It's here!
Well, if he grew his hair out, I think it would really bring out the best features of his face.
That's what you're
No, I'm saying that. No, I know who that was. That was
Who was that?
That was PT.
That was who?
That was the pizza chopper.
No, that was my the guy I just showed you was Dimension Civic. Yo,
Oh, so that's not the same guy.
you thought that was the same guy? No.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
he did
crazy.
that. Sometimes my mind he looks like him and long neck.
Yeah, I would never say that.
Do you know long neck?
I know what long pig is.
We'll talk about long neck in just a couple.
Okay, you know what long pig is?
Probably not.
So long pig is what you call human flesh when you eat it. If you're a cannibal, you gotta want some long pig.
We're not, you know.
Okay, I'm just saying. You said long neck, and I
No,
thought.
I'm saying like you say all that weird shit on that other podcast.
I'm just educating you. And it's the other podcast is the Fighter and the Kid.
No, I'm saying
It's a beloved podcast, except for by the community.
No, I was saying you're talking about like animal. Human
If I bring up Rogan,
I'll do it,
dude.
if
you were like that,
so if you're on all of it. I don't use Reddit. I went
so you're 17. I think you're 21.
21. I mean, that's not really a big difference. It's like 57 and 60.
It's a really bad way to treat money.
No, it's not mine anyways. I don't give a fuck about his money. He stole it podcast for today's guest. We have Brian. Welcome in. Welcome in Viral Flooring.
Oh, this is so cramped.
No, it's me, you, and my manager, Viral Flooring.
Oh, come on, be cool. All right, it's my favorite. I actually don't eat gluten, but I had a gluten, sugar, seed oil shake before I got here. I'm just a comedian, athlete. And father.
In case any... Tell them...
I can tell you what I was in.
Tell them a little bit about you. And by the way, you said you like to move into tears?
Yes, and laughter. That's the whole point of being an artist.
Have you ever made a
Jokes. I do stories.
So tell them funny stories.
He's kind of off. He might have been broken away.
Yeah, that's not what I asked. I asked
Crowd work like a big guy.
how crowd work to Viral Flooring.
I saw it.
Okay. While you're doing it.
Okay. Well, this was my. I said, I said, your head looks like I can fit my head legs. And I said, you're built like an arachnid. It was very fun.
He's not laughing.
He is laughing. Jesus Christ. Anyway, here, I just want to say that I'm a little older than you guys. This is the questions about life, if you haven't.
I want to get into the serious stuff. Just remember that about bullying, because,
Yeah, I know. I got in trouble for bullying certain people. Bang, bang, bang. Better looking, and I feel like I was, I had a lot of heat in me. When you're young, you have a lot of heat.
Are you 50 years old?
No, okay, no, I was.
How old are you now?
I'm 57.
Okay, that was 9 years ago.
I had tiny skin. Was I that old?
You were 48 years old. How
Okay.
would I know?
But when I was
know your
okay, when I was 48, I had a lot of I still had a lot of testosterone running through my veins. As you get older, you develop respect. So if you wanted to fight me when I was younger, I'd be like, right, let's go. But right now, I would do this. Watch. Say, I want to fight you. Watch this. Watch this.
If you want to bully me, I'll fight you.
Right. You're not mad at me, young man. You're just mad at the world. You see, that's called respect.
Would say that to a 48-year-old?
No. Well, I would probably say that. Yeah,
that's not how I would treat somebody. That's how somebody on a I don't even know what it is. You mentioned it. It's just a guess based off what you said, educated guess.
Well, all right, that's fair. I do Rogan a lot. He's a friend.
Can you someone feel the money?
I'm going to do his podcast. That's not Friday. Shirt. He's got. I can't see anything. Well, let's move on. This is. Not be a shirt. Not coming. Have you ever tried? I got this one on.
So have you ever tried a Mexican cookie? It's like a chocolate chip with salt.
It's my favorite food, to be honest with you. I love the sweet and the spicy. I've always been kind of a sweet and spicy person myself, like behind my face. Thank God he's fucking done with his pizza, this fucking monkey. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called him that.
Wow, why did you say that?
Because he just popped
Point
out.
that out. It might not be like
I'm sorry, it just popped out. I tend to get when people chew that quickly, and I can see the nervous. You understand?
He's stressing you out right now.
Yes, and now I insulted him. Now I feel bad.
So let me ask you a question. So from the I'm sorry. He just fucks up all three angles.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that main camera right now.
That's my main camera. That's my main.
He just took that whole thing out right there.
Yeah. Probably my top.
If it wasn't me, chocolate chip with salsa all over it.
Somebody of less Venezuelan.
Where's Brandon Trump from?
It's Shaw. It's not ready. It's not.
And then why would he know that about your lower body?
Because I'm not gay. I mean, college and stuff, but listen to me. Look, I'm all I'm saying.
I'm saying you and them. Someone there were some homeless people that used to be
This whole time, what's he do? Just
he's a massive friend of you and he's my manager, Carlos Flores.
He just want to be around me with all that fucking money?
Well, that's not an option. He has to be signed.
So you had to raise your neck. Yes, the Italian side looks. People think she's Ashkenazi because she doesn't have Italian. She looks, there's no. Yeah.
Would you rather get $480,000 right now or 16 for a week?
16 cents a doubles every day for a week.
That would add up to 2048 total. That's true. I did think the math in my head. I didn't write it down or nothing.
Because you want to go usually exponentially, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Hey, this guy's moving a lot.
What did he do to you?
I don't know, it's distracting.
He's just chilling and having fun.
Look at how he's dressed in joggers, but he has a button-down shirt that he tucked in. Makes no sense.
Just trying to make sure you're comfortable.
All right.
Is he making you comfortable?
Not really. There's a lot of movement. So far, this is going really well.
Just making sure. But it's going really well.
I think so.
We already covered 2 good topics.
I think so. It's great.
We covered the same things.
You and your camera guy.
Camera guy on a mic. And that's Mike.
That's no fake.
Fake anything.
All right.
Let's continue. Within your friend group, who do you think are the fun?
I think Pilper. I think Doug. Cracks me up. I think Tino is hilarious. I think Bobby Lee's hilarious.
So that's the 5.
I think Sebastian Maniscalco's hilarious.
Okay, so 6.
I'm glad famous friends.
Joe Rogan. It's a hard question.
It's a smart question.
You already have the first one.
Wait a minute.
I'm just assuming that you knew that was the
But understand he could make one phone call. He could open his fucking window and this whole podcast would like,
Oh, are we talking about Brendan Schwab or Joe Rogan? Oh, I love Joe Rogan. But he's in that top 5 the second one. So now finish the next 4.
I mean, the 4 who are not funny, there are a lot of comics.
The next guy is who you say.
Why do you keep looking up? I feel like you're baiting me. Listen,
I'm looking up.
there are a lot of comics. Okay, look.
I can't continue to look at you.
Listen,
You're laughing.
I'm not laughing.
I'm trying to say I'm very curious in business style.
When it comes
When I ask you, I'm just going to interrupt you because I don't want to hear this. When I asked you for the 5 bucks, you gave me like 20 seconds. Now, when I'm asking for the 5 piece money, I know your name's wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so comedy sometimes go with funny off the cuff. Stand up because it requires. So I'm looking up like that. Stand up. I'm not bullshitting. It's something
But
like
you know that I have to get an answer from you. I can't accept it.
butterflies in your nose, and I appreciate that. It's Jewish, it's sharp.
We're not changing conversation. The five, please find me, and then I'll do mine.
But I feel like it's me that mentioned unfunny comics when they're trying. I feel like let me look, trust. I swear on my life, but you see, you're not looking at my face. See what happens?
I swear to God.
You're crossing your fingers, man. I just caught you crossing your fingers, and you can't even look at me. It's unbelievable. I feel like you're
Stands to have some integrity to say the name.
fine. I will. I think John Major's not fun. I think
I said your friend.
I know these guys.
Okay, John Mayer.
John Mayer's a great guitarist. He's not great. It's not. John Mayer is a great guitarist. But I don't think he's not. Tom Cruise is a good friend. I think pretty serious.
You are not
We
comedian.
email.
You are not friends with Tom Cruise.
We have the time here. You don't know.
The five least funny comedians who have done your podcast or done Joe Rogan's podcast.
I feel like. Why is he fucking sitting there just smiling, man? But he's not a good co-host. I'm gonna be honest with you. You should change the co-host.
Okay, I'll check it out.
He's literally just all he does is sit there and laugh under his breath and count money.
Okay, I'll change that one, but I'm not gonna change conversation.
Foot, bro. He's touching his creep. Sponsored by Adidas. Not sponsored by sports. It's just what's driving me nuts. You see what happens?
I have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Sheet. Is an underwear company that I've worked with in the past, and they decided to sponsor today's episode. That it helps stay comfortable because they have the door separate and helps reduce rashes. Some materials like modal bamboo, which is one of the reasons it's recommended by urologists. And so if you don't trust my word, you probably shouldn't trust the urologist either. I asked you to send me some of their underwear so I could showcase it in this ad. However, since their company sheet though, and he said he thinks it's extreme. So she's responsive to today's episode, HMH, sent off the order. That sheet.com, SH.com. Maton,
Listen, do you listen to Fighter and Kid?
I don't listen.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. So much nuance that you can't. I wish it's almost a hero's man. Like, what's this?
You're saying I'm a hero for finding a bunch of undefining comedians?
Well, no. I just like they're coming over the hill. What do we do? Okay, what's up?
You're changing the conversation.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I got carried away. Okay, listen to me.
There's a couple hundred here in front of us now.
You're part of that community.
I
I
started
that
it,
fucking guys too.
and I
You started it?
However, you know what, I used to.
listen here right now. I got some information.
This is why I have to bring podcasts, because nobody else will talk to you like
I know, and I appreciate it. And it's good that we're getting this out. Now look, Tiger Bell.
now that I mentioned that, are you going to call me after this?
So mention it.
On camera. He said, do I have to beat him up and kill him?
Can't back on that. Why are you getting your
Put him on the phone with Byron Floyd.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, he's
Okay, how the fuck?
you know what? By the way,
Don't pussy out of me now.
no, I'm going to have when we're done. I'll have
Because you're hoping when we're done, I'm going to be like, you're hoping that I'm not a real person. This isn't how I behave. So you're hoping that when we're done,
that's not true.
nice. No. I'm friendly right now.
You're just asking me questions that I believe are not holding at all.
I'm not trolling you. I'm actually asking about real things. Go ahead.
Don't get your information from the fucking internet. You're getting it from me.
I see it now.
What do you mean?
You thought he bullied you. So
He didn't bully me, I bullied him. But I
you thought he bullied your friend.
I knew he wasn't involved. And I also thought that that his team was, which I found out later I was working out with the wrong information.
Find out that they were involved.
The bottom line is, I'll forgive you. Listen, I'll forgive you. Wait, hold on. If he locks that door, you kill everybody. Well, he was my jail cellmate, and he's my cellmate in jail.
In some ways, you got older and
I have a pretty young looking face.
you signed a blank signature. Would it decrease in value?
Wait, if I said what?
A blank gilded shirt, just like a blank black t-shirt.
Dude, I feel like my shirt would story. You better not fucking make fun of me.
I want to bully someone.
I signed an iPhone and I put it on eBay and I said I'm selling this. And no one bought it.
That's a nurse tell you? Okay, so but your friends is killing jokes because I think only with the brain like there, I pounded me on that one. Because I like that you were willing to pound it on that. In fact, I have a daughter that's only a year younger than me. Oh, fuck. What are you gonna do? Okay, dude, there's nothing in there, look. There's nothing in my pockets. Yeah. Just check my. It's not. They're gonna buy it. They know my credit is not that crazy. You've president. Do you think he would make you one of the White House janitors? No. I think he would give me a pretty power. Because frankly, I'm pretty intelligent and I like shit. I don't think that just just you just took it. No, I don't. So much money. I am Marvin, manager. Let me in. I don't know what that means. He's trying to communicate with you to their face, but they'll learn about it right now. Yeah, but you promised me you wouldn't tell anyone to, and I think you totally promised me you would bleep it out. But this is live right now. This is fucking live right now. Yeah, we're twitching this. No, this isn't live on Twitch. This is on Facebook Live. Seriously, nobody's watching, so I need to leave it out. I feel like you have a Frederick Joe Road. What do you mean? You're going with the same friend group then I have other friends. The first group of go ahead, name five of them. Five people that I know that aren't fun. That's me. All my friends are funny. What do you think of my stuff? Careful. I think it's integral for a successful podcast to have. Well, not really. I have. YouTube, I subscribe to the Red. That doesn't how it was. Nation was. My wife told me. And when was that? Shit, I'm sorry. He's 40. Who was it? Really? Alright. Thanks for that. Okay, top five. Let's go. Time to go. You've been on these for a while now. Top five friends of mine who are comics who I don't think are fun. Alright. Have a top I don't like movies either. And what did you do? I caved. It's so bad. Then I said to myself, I'm never I don't have fun. I really don't. Follow me on social media. You can get a lot more popular with your comedy made on Facebook.
There were several
Okay, name 5 comedians you're better than our fun. On social media, you can gain followers. What you're talking about?
Israel sometime around 13th century or the common era. Let me also mention, by the way, that I tend to be somewhat anachronistic when it comes to terminology. Probably the other side of the Euphrates River. Later on, Jacob
You should be listening to the fighter.
Israelites or children of Israel. And then one of these
I'm sure you're telling me. Some psychologists say that the left side of the brain.
so far.
You don't want to throw your friends on the floor.
Execration.
Why do you do this phone all the time? Why did you turn my ringer off? Why are you getting so many phone calls? Hang on.
They would put those pieces. This
Successful actors. I am fucking talented. It's just that I chose not to do acting. And by the way, I'm a very good actor. I can act.
So you got to get yourself a little more specific and start fucking right. Yeah, you didn't do the name. What? Hey, John, Steve, Paul, Isaiah, Jeremiah, you guys are not fucking funny. Why did you say that? Why did you say that?
This is apparently the first in a whole series of premature predictions.
I'm trying to hold your grandfather.
There is the significant increase in construction of these homes that are called increase.
Worst manager in the worst coach ever.
But I want to talk small personal story to try and place
All right, what are
this
you doing?
distinction.
Is that a victory? Are you doing?
This is a victory in terms of Alex and I call yet.
All right, did I have to accept last night?
Success. I initially tried to be a
We already went to all of the bad stuff.
but in 1916,
Don't you have any more? I don't know, something positive. Okay, that's how it's like, don't you want to give me advice? Don't you want any advice? Yes, that I do.
my grandfather dig a big hole.
I think they should round people.
His
Dentist
supply
chairs
of menswear
in the
and
paddy
suits
wagon.
and
Sorry, a paddy wagon is, it goes back to when
three of them.
Trump and Slaw. You don't let me get to the fucking
Story that I've heard.
Yeah.
Those are the details that
That's so rude.
from the story.
So now you're
I think that's one of the ways in which we can look at this earliest part of the story. Genesis exists. There's always those stories saying, understand the depth of them, the value of them.
Listen, where I'm at now. In this white fucking surrounded by sheep.
That a lot more data.
You're checking your phone in the middle of our fucking
Literary
podcast.
sources in later parts
How
of
much
the
does somebody
Bible
have to pay
and
to
the
read all of these
archaeological
times?
So, as I mentioned, it's important to note that some of the there's never a period of time
Well, if you
Gaza,
is
six centuries.
I'm not, that's not me.
David written Hebrew that plays. So
So
what exactly happens
I just showed you
when
was
we
the
pick up
mentioned Civic
where
folks. So that's
the
yeah, I would never say that. You know wrong, man? I know it was flash. If you're a cannibal, you know what's wrong. We're not. Yeah, just saying. You can't do that shit. And it's the other. It's a podcast. It's like about human flesh, not pork. Shit, not fries.
Monarchy is extremely significant.
Like you, I'll give you one.
Amazing depiction from the 3rd century.
Texas fire. They don't. Oh, you mean the Rogan? If I bring you to Rogan, I dressed up like a furry or something. You didn't say anything like your head. No. That's
Early
right.
on, it's a
You're next to me.
all of the amazing wealth.
I'll shut it down.
When it was finally they discovered these things. So,
But how are you gonna shut down the red? Look at this. I
prophet
and I treat you so you're the leader of all.
David, one of the
I
greatest
don't want to. So if you were around,
other people living out of Israel. The most significant, particularly the level of Roman claims, they are primarily Philistines. So these Philistines are associated with these this term can be very significant. Philistines are the historic enemy of the Jewish people as described in the Bible. There are they have big alliances, but for the most part, they fought all wars over time.
hello everybody, welcome to today's guest. We have Brian Callen. We're committed.
One of the
And for today's co-host, we have my manager,
specifically
Florida
regarding
Florida. We're coming Florida Florida.
of the strength
Welcoming Florida Florida, my
played
manager.
by his wife Delilah, and he loses his strength because he cut his hair. The Philistines take him as a
Oh, this is so
captive
cracked.
into
No, it's me,
their
you and my manager, Florida
and he is
Florida. Oh,
tortured and tied to these
so please
pillars.
just in case any of the audience doesn't know you, just introduce yourself, tell everybody this is
Pushed down, break the
your audience. I don't know, but you're not. I mean,
This was especially important for us.
all right.
This is a great
Actually don't eat gluten, but I had a gluten. Sugar.
First,
See what I was shaking before I got here. I'm just a comedian and an actor. And an athlete. And a father. That's not so specific. I mean, I can tell you what I was in. Doesn't have a little bit of much. I'll go for fun. I'll show break house. Bang, bang, bang. I don't give a fuck about you. Come on, you're doing me on Rogan, dude. I know what you're fucking doing. I don't give a fuck about your UFC shit. No, I don't go straight to your house, alright? Well, that's what I used to be like. And now I'm not that way. I found God. I'm fucking moving. Alright? Say, now introduce yourself. You and I have a lot in common. I'm like, no, I would never say something that. I'm a comic, dude. I'm really. I understand that's like a thing. Sorry to my manager, my manager, he's in, what is it? Serious pain? What did I say? My manager is in tremendous pain. Can you please tell him a funny story right now?
It's important to know that usage works with some fluency.
I was free to tell him about stuff. You put me on the spot. I don't have a lot of news. I start with a theme with my car. And then I said, you look like you have a big torso, but he has skinny legs. He asked me questions about life. We'll get into the serious stuff. Just remember that.
Significantly.
I got in trouble for
Further out there.
I know what you're doing. Yeah, I think you are, and I was a young man. I'm way better looking, and I feel like I was. I had a lot of heat. When you're young, you have a lot of heat. You're 50 years old. No, you know what I was? How old are you now? I'm 57. That was 9 years ago. I am 48 years old. I know. 48 years old. When I go, when I was on your resume, when I was 48, I had a lot. I still have a lot of testosterone. As you get older, you develop. Let's go. But right now, I'm doing this watch. Well, I would probably say that.
On the left, you can see one guy riding on a beautiful white horse, led by his enemy Haman. And not surprising, Haman is angry because look, nobody ate the big Israel. The first major group are the Jews from the kingdom of Israel.
People that like still give me back. You see. Your boy
crazy. Sending immigrants back, maybe even more reasonably, differently. His words did. I was excited about his point. I was like, yo, they can fix food. He was saying, hey man, I think this could work out. Seeing Andy and the Toy Story boys sitting around looking confused as is ironically some of the funniest shit I've seen on screen in a while. This is the guy who, over the past year, deliberately repositioned himself in his podcast around this whole
Who the fuck is he, girl?
After Reagan saw Elon Musk, Schultz wasted absolutely no time in jumping on the bandwagon, believing that this time was different. Trump was serious. He was going to drain the swamp, release the FC client list. Finally, instead, Schultz smiled and nodded while he had the idea that this was all about to happen, that Trump was finally going to deliver the goods. But now, after praising him for years and years, Schultz still believes in Trump. Trump is one of them, and they played us once again. And guys, that needs to stop. Crazy how much Schultz deflects Trump refusing any negative light every turn. Remember when Andrew said it's not cool to be a Democrat? Yeah, man, you look so freaking cool right now. This is your guy, Andrews. But let's be honest, he's an idiot. He literally helped Trump admit that he fucked up. Because as you've probably already seen, he's delivered. He's politically guys now. Trump even just doubled down on choosing somebody that nobody cares about anymore. Hey, Schultz, he's talking about you, bro. And so even when confronted that reality, Schultz, well, let's just say he still doesn't quite understand that he's being duped. Instead, what we get from him and his crew is pure coke, a masterclass in influence and mental gymnastics as they try to justify, explain, and rationalize why their guy, the guy who helped rebrand their entire shop, is now treated him like fools.
You're still talking about Jeffrey Epstein. This guy's been talking about for years. You know, Epstein, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things we can talk about. And people still talking about this guy, this creep. It's unbelievable. You want to waste the time and you feel like it's I don't like it. I can't believe you're asking a question about Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but sorry.
So we're stupid. Yeah. We're the idiots, guys. Just to let you know, we're wasting time. That is, like, in all seriousness, that is I think what it is in right now is it's insulting. Something changed because they ran on this idea that these guys had great ideas. Cockeyed Cash, Dan came out and studied bars. Seemed like he was ready to
tear it all down. He was ready to tear down the entire FBI. Only one. He's still standing. And then he goes on Joe Rogan and he's like, listen, do you think if I had it, I wouldn't share with you? I did. Yeah, I did. I do believe that 100%, especially when you're staring at me like this. Tell me that.
So after that moment, after Trump publicly dismisses Epstein as irrelevant and Schultz and the flagrant crew half realize that they're fucking idiots, Schultz does exactly what you'd expect. He pivots. He doesn't confront the fact that he helped to build this narrative. He doesn't acknowledge that he himself spent the better part of a year hyping Trump as the man who was finally going to release the Epstein files and deliver the transparency that all these legacy media outlets supposedly couldn't. Instead, Schultz immediately reframes the whole thing as a matter of tone, as if what's really bothering people is simply how dismissive Trump sounded at that press conference. But this is where it gets beautiful, because Schultz Trump insulting their intelligence is so much worse for him than that, because Schultz is implicated in this shit show now too. The reason his audience is now turning on him is because they're suddenly shocked that Trump didn't follow through. It's because Schultz spent the last year positioning himself as the guy who knew better, as the independent thing. Epiphany after epiphany about the simplest most of us had figured out back in. But when he finally got Epstein, he didn't push back on anything substantive. He didn't the contradictions. He smiled, nodded, licked it all up, and asked the law.
On my desk. Now they're saying nothing happens in my mind is impossible. One, you're or two, nothing really happened, and you exploited your man elected. So which one do you want here? Because that one to me sounds just as bad as no.
This is where things get even funnier, because instead of sitting there in that studio and accepting what just happened, that Trump has on the Epstein list was never coming. That this entire narrative they've wrapped themselves in has imploded. Schultz all of this, they don't sit in the reality. Instead, they pull out the mental gymnastics, because the reason why Trump had to walk this back, maybe it's all of anything to avoid admitting that Trump used them and the Epstein list was never going to get there.
There is an intelligence operation that's happening within the United States that is aiding and abetting the education of children. Celebrity, our taxpayer dollars go to this, and sometimes the CIA black budget. So we're now complicit in this thing, but it's for the greater good of America. Right? So we kind of are like, or Trump is implicated in some direct way because obviously he knew Jeff Epstein back in the day, or both of those things. So let's talk about these two scenarios. But let's say going towards an abuse. No, so reason he knows it is he's like, we're gonna talk about this. So that makes me think, maybe they got this as the place where this narrative will get broken down with nuance that empathy of just what extent we do not know. But it's not like the most absurd thing, right? Like the guy was partying with Epstein. I think, yeah, right? So if anyone's in the black book, I think Trump's the hooker too in his life. That would be like, yeah, that's ever here, right? Is he asking for ID?
front of Trump's might be up to the same time influence the rhetoric of that prejudice. There's never fair. Let's assume Trump's communities come to him and they say, "This is us. This is what we do." There are a lot of you're not going to out this, and I would like to take this a little further. This is and we look the other way at the things we do. And then once it's kind of absurd, right? Like there has to be some version, and they're not like speaking about, they're not shining a light on it, but like there must be some like maintains the course. And so it would be shocking to me that happened to him, but he could have had a conversation. They could have come up to him and be like, we missed the sign. Look at the sign, got you closer. We missed the and now we're watching Schultz and his crew try to run. Well, maybe the intelligence agencies really run everything and Trump can't do anything about it. That's fucking wild. Because if that's your explanation now, that Trump is powerless, that presidents don't really run the country, that the CIA and FBI are the real government, then what exactly were you selling your audience for the last year? What was all that posturing for? What was all the hype about? Rogan positioned himself the same way. The independent thinker, the guy who got on board, the guy who gave Trump his platform precisely because Trump was supposed to be outside that system. Around and not only failed to deliver down and mocked them for never believing he would. What do? They double down as well. They're not explaining why it's all part of some bigger plan. Why Trump isn't really to blame. Why he's just a victim of forces too powerful for any president to overcome. And the best part, Trump himself is the one dismissing them now. After all that support, after all that campaigning disguised as commentary, Trump is openly telling guys like Schultz and Rogan to keep quiet. Schultz and flagrant dudes got them their own audience and spent the last year turning their podcast into a marketing discarded that like useful idiots they were all along. I find myself saying this in almost every video I make these days, but this shit is seriously so fucking predictable at this point that the script writes itself. But anyway, make sure if you haven't haven't already, subscribe to this channel right here. Then head over to my second channel, Podcast Cringe Bites, and subscribe there as well so you don't miss out on my uploads throughout the week. Also, don't forget to hit the link in the description to my Patreon where you'll find all my uncensored, long-form content covering Rogan, Tony, and everything in between. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.
Alright, so what are we thinking about this? Is it disappointing day, dude? It is disappointing. Do we ever find out? Is there ever any closure on this? No. It's close. Yeah. The shrieks makes me crazy. It's like everything that he said he's gonna do. Even more reasonably, he's just kind of run selfishly this whole time. For FK, I was like, yo, they keep saying this and that. I was like, hey man, I think this could work out.
America's foremost political journalist, Andrew Schultz, has finally realized that he was duped. And it's perfect. Watching Andy and the Toy Story boys sitting around looking confused as to how this would have happened is ironically some of the funniest shit I've seen on Flagrant in a while. Remember, this is the guy who, over the past year, deliberately repositioned himself and his podcast around this whole independent political commentating grift. After Rogan swallowed Elon's mask, Schultz wasted absolutely no time in jumping on the bandwagon, believing that was serious. He was going to trick clients and finally expose the deep state. Schultz and then proceeded to ask a total of 0 questions about Epstein. And wanted to release the files in his first administration. Instead, Schultz smiled and nodded while he ate up Trump's aura and hyped the idea that this was all about to collectively shut the fuck up about the Epstein files. Schultz's audience has turned on him. I was friends with him for years and years. Schultz still believes in Trump. Trump is one of them. They played us once again, and we fell for it once again. Trying to defend Trump at this point puts you in the cold. Sometimes it's the last that needs to stop. Crazy how much shit you look so freaking cool right now. I like Schultz, but let's be honest, he's a confident idiot. He literally exactly. Just fall for Trump privately, he helped market the idea that Trump would finally pull back the and reveal the Epstein files. The worst part is he was somebody that nobody cared. And so when confronted with that reality, he doomed. Instead, what we get from him and his crew masterclass in influence of mental gymnastics as they try to justify, explain, and rationalize their entire show around is now
Just let you know, we release things. Right now is it's something our intelligence. Like obviously the intelligence, obviously the Trump mission is trying to cover up. Something changed because they ran on this idea of exposing it all. All these guys had great ideas. Conquer Cash, Dan Clinton's talking at bars. See what he was ready to. He's like, listen, do you think I will share with you? I do. Yeah, I do believe that. They're fucking idiots. Schultz does currency that all these legacy outlets supposedly couldn't. Instead, they rank as a matter of time. What's really bothering people is how dismissive Trump sounded at that press conference. This is where it gets so much worse for him than that because Schultz is implicated in this shit show now too. The reason his audience is now turning on him isn't because they're suddenly shocked that Trump didn't follow through. It's because Schultz spent the last year positioning himself as the guy who knew better, as the independent figure who had outgrown comedy and become something more serious, something smarter. I mean, how many times have we had to sit through Maybe I'm wrong. There's one or two things in my mind is possible. One, you're covering it up. But thousands of children down like this. So which one's just as bad?
This is where things get even funnier because it's something that this entire narrative they've wrapped themselves in has been loaded. Schultz and the flagrant criminal started performing the exact Instead, the reality that instead they pull out their torture gymnastics because the best move in this situation is to continue to act like you're smarter and more independent than your average. There's some dark national security reason why Trump had to walk this back. Maybe it's all a 4D just to understand it. Maybe to avoid admitting Trump simply used them. He wasn't never going to get released. What is covering it up? Either there is an anxious operation, like you just said, or taxpayer dollars do they have this with cash? Trump and the administration.
Since they were
The CIA they're still talking about this. Yeah, we're talking about it because yeah.
but
It was a podcast.
goes for a moment, perhaps the greatest expression of this is
So,
in the Spanish.
it has to go there.
That's the history of his come there with screwing over all his fans who paid for his special, only for him to release it. He literally dropped the podcast. About how much his comedy special, maybe they kind of deserved it, you know? And here he is again, the horny cell-known fantasy. He positions himself and flagrant as the place where his narrative would get broken down with nuance and insight, where you get real talk about Epstein, not just noise from the mainstream media. Meanwhile, Trump was playing the ball along, dangling the Epstein list as bait, and then discarding it as soon as shit started to get real, and everyone kept asking the same questions. And instead of calling that out for what it is, Schultz retreats into even more speculation, spinning up increasingly comical for why Trump has now abandoned them. Seriously, the mental gymnastics in this episode was next level. I honestly can't wait to see a friend that outdoes them this way.
Alex Acosta said on record, we have this on record. Alex Acosta was, I think, at the time, the district attorney in Palm Beach. But he said he was going to give a sweetheart deal to Epstein. He said, I did it because I was told he was intelligence. I was told to back off because he was intelligence. That is said. That you cannot wipe that clean from the record. That has been said by I don't want to say trusted source, but a source that is reliable and knows the weight of their words. To me, I think that's where we can at least have some confidence that he does have connections to the intelligence community. Yeah. So bare minimum. There's connections. Max is this like blackmail ring. It's not only blackmail. It serves up family, serves up in like the American intelligentsia, the highest levels of universities. Like this is epic. Trump either is told that if we release, it will destroy confidence in America at home and abroad. Because what country runs a child blackmail ring on its own people? Yeah, like what would the collateral damage of that be? How would we react to that when we found out our alphabet agencies were doing that? Like, the thing I don't get is that what new information happened because Trump's first 4 years, this is what he got locked up. This is what he would have been told. That's also true, yeah. That, hey, this is his intelligence system compromised us. Don't release it. And why would you use a run? That's a good point. There is a version where it's like, what is it? It's like a mutual assured destruction.
So it is nukes on everybody. So therefore, they're like, we could go after Trump with this, but by exposing Trump as part of this thing, it might expose all the other people or confirm that it is an actual blackmail ring. And once it's confirmed that it is an actual blackmail ring, we got to see how far this goes. So there's a version of this where he is involved, right? That's not completely clear just yet. He is involved. To what extent, we do not know. But it's not like the most absurd guy, that would be like the most shocking thing that's ever here, right? Now, is he asking for the guys aren't asking questions or something like that? He does it all. Now, he's finally realizing that Trump's probably on the list, that the way Trump would release the Epstein might just be because Trump himself is implicated. Honestly, for America's full list, Andrew Schultz fucking it sucks. This is like having a child explain to you laws isn't real, or that Jake Paul's fights by Andrew Schultz's big investigative breakthrough after spending a year rebranding his podcast around becoming a political journalist. Wait a minute, guys. Maybe he's just not releasing the list because he's on an incredible work, Schultze. That's a surprise with Epiphany right there. It's like doing everyone else figured out from day one, while Schultz sat there in front of Trump. He just laughed it off on the haters. But he's the best part. Even as he starts to say the quiet part out, like he can't let it end there. Because admitting that Trump gossip would mean admitting that Flagrant's entire rebrand was Billy leans right back into speculation. But here, protect the Flagrant brand from toast. This is the moment where Schultz and his den of Dick Ryder slides runs the entire country. Because it can't just be that Trump lied, right? Must. But the intelligence community I'd like to take this a little further. Mind you, that you don't really run the country. The idea that, like, we have a new permanent, right? Like, there has to be some version of permanent government. It's the course, and does to maintain the course, just like every other like witnessed on purpose. You didn't look at a sign we are running the country.
Hang on. Wasn't that the entire point? The guy who wasn't compromised, and now we're watching Schultz and his crew try to rationalize Trump. By saying, well, that's wild. Because if that's your explanation, now presidents don't really run the country, that FBI are the real government, and what exactly were you selling your audience for the last year? What was all that posturing for? What was all the hype about? Rogan positioned himself the same way.
I'm going to tell you what I'm experiencing from my end
The guy who gave Trump
is
his
that
platform
I say
precisely
something
because Trump
and
was
then
supposed
I
to be
do the police
outside
back.
that system. But now that Trump has turned around
Oh wait,
and
I think I solved it. David 26 is on. Thank you. Joe,
how dismissing them now
okay.
after all that support, after all that campaign disguised
So
as commentary.
let me
Like Schultz and Rogan to keep quiet and move on. X's collapse is so fucking funny. Not just that Schultz and Flagrant got duped, but that they helped sell the gun to their own. I find myself saying this in almost every video I make these days, but this shit is seriously so fucking predictable at this point that the script writes itself.
that I
Everything in between. Thanks for watching.
stone the difference of a sharp corner, a right angle, as opposed to a few other interesting suggestions. Yosef Israel description looks like it says for his spirit. And that's referring to the little horizontal line under one of the last letters that would actually spell that sound. But when you actually are up with the wall, you'll see that it's not actually carved into the wall. In the video, it shows up, but it's just a little bit of lichen. It could be that lichen is there because there was originally some kind of imperfection in the rock, but it's definitely not dug in as deeply. So I thought Zlausnecki 2262 writes, the inscriptions would have to be analyzed and dated by archaeologists in the first place. True, I'm not a trained archaeologist at all. I'm a regular historian. I read fairly widely in archaeology, but I don't have all the tools here. The question is, how old are they really? Are they pre, during, or post-Inquisition? Could the stones have been reused from earlier buildings? Was the location affected by the Great Elizabeth earthquake of 1755? There were earlier earthquakes in the region too, in 1321, 1356, 1531, and also another earthquake in 17. some time over the last 5 walls with these strange symbols. It's by the earthquake of 1750. Inscribed for the purpose of attracting tourists, and that was like impossible at all. So it's still likely that they were inscribed, most likely by Jews, because this is a Jewish neighborhood here, nowhere near as outside of the neighborhood, but we don't know really what they mean. Another user named Eliyahu Tishby suggests that Roro might be a nickname. Yeah, could be, but why would you put that on a wall? Why would you inscribe it twice? You know, it's on either side of the wall. It's just a bizarre thing to write in your door place, especially, we're not talking about something this is inscribed in the wall. You'd have to spend a couple of hours. Or even write the word 412. J.F. Joubert Quebec asks, as Sanchez well associated with, he asks also, could a Jacob, a shoemaker from the Netherlands, be identified as Jewish? Netherlands? Yep. So the answer is yeah, could be Jewish, but it could easily be not Jewish. Okay, so those are all the questions that I recorded.
Not much, let me start with Brian. This is Texas Brian. Brian texted me and said,
Daniel.
what'd you say we're gonna do? I said, I'm about to buzz your house. Yeah, it tries to keep saying buzz your house. And I was like, oh, Lord, the backyard swimming. Brian, when he says buzz, don't say buzz, it makes me mad. Yeah, he kept saying buzz.
So
he meant he's gonna floor this red chain in the helicopter. It's Chopper from Hell. It's Chopper talking. It's Chopper talking. It's called Chop Top. I'm in the pool with the and then Brian and his giant red helicopter. Not that neighborhood. Because I said if I could, that neighborhood, if they would,
some of the secrets that are
it would be so cool because he could land right there and Ellis wide open. Not maybe he would.
Scholars approach this, academic scholars approach it
Brian and that guy,
from
my
a
buddy,
different
get you right in.
perspective, suggesting that it was
Austin doing no way.
later,
We're scared.
that would change
Once
the
they
way
got
we
that, they're like,
understand
whoa, it's so
ability to get
no, he's just cautious. He's different.
definitely a
Yeah,
massive
shit.
topic.
Was down. He's like, pretty cool. Like if I wanted to go to San Antonio, I can get there in 20 minutes.
That was Sean's London for Jean.
So he can't drive. He's like, I can't drive.
Right, that we saw
He
the
lives in his
14th is
backyard.
not
He
occurring
lives in his
in the
backyard.
same
His daughter
month
do
this year,
gymnastics.
like
She's,
both
his daughter is went to
How
the
do I
second
explain
in
that
the world
story
cheer.
is not
I know,
spiritual?
I know they go down to San Francisco. I have a car picking up down that. I can jump on. You drop down together. I will talk.
You're
When you get right down, of course, back. That'd be just a jump on chopper. Yeah, well,
so a complicated
Come on,
purely
go
solar
down there. We have ourselves. Right. You guys have yourself a
here.
No time for
Don't have that right now.
you gotta get your car. Yes. Some guy changes lights. Regular standard lights to blue.
This used to be done
Good luck, bud.
sort of manually on an ad hoc level that the rabbis would get together. But then in the 4th century, as a result of the reaction to the Dallas Report of 352, the rabbis decided, you know what, we better go with the mathematically calculated calendar. That's how we have the fixed calendar today that does not require.
I would like to assume. Drench on my garage is why I said, hey, Chewbacca has a whisper. Look how much, you know, if you handle it like if I put it on top, it was like killing. That's what happened. I just bought an Eagle container, and they got a lot out of that. So, you know right there, who's filming it? Do you know? Junior, what's your name? I'm going to show you what happened. So this is the cover page.
I don't know why they have just the track that they use that comes from all. There is definitely sort of like a group of people who, especially those who wear tinfoil hats,
it smells like ammonia.
I like that.
I know it's strong.
As are people, there's not a lot of evidence. There's really not a lot of genetic evidence.
How many rounds is it putting out a second?
I hate to ask this, but genetic population. So not the intermarriage, but it's the genes will drop the slave.
3,000 rounds per second.
Are the sexual population say this. Isn't it the case that the reason that person is considered Jewish
Did you have
because their mother is Jewish is because Jewish women were
Yeah,
raped
I did
so
not.
that
You're
they're
very,
saved?
very nice, but
That's a
super
really
nice. Bro,
terrible question, but of course a
it
valid
was so
historical
easy to
question.
silence her.
And the
Or
answer
sound
is
suppressor,
complex.
it scared me. But lawyers, get outside, you can't shoot that one up.
But
But if
back
you
to the
cover, you ain't got to cover
When we
your
get to the 21st century,
your
actually,
folks
with
gonna
the
have
late
real airplanes like
20th
no joke.
century,
And what are they?
there are three
Using
replies
software. Hey,
to
Meryl,
traditional
so please don't say that. Please don't say that because
Jewish
I did have a show
males
there.
and Jewish backgrounds, and their children are considered
And the only reason I'm not more fucked up than I had some last time, dude. Otherwise, I would have given you black guys. Oh, bro, I would have been so
Joseph and
fucked.
others.
It's what
And so some scholars have said
I just heard you. My own son at 13.
mother was traditional Jewish that's quite like that. Passage in the book of Deuteronomy that when you read it carefully, it indicates that when children who are birth from daughter and grandchildren birth from son, presumably the non-Jewish women, are not the case here. There's a lot of discussion in traditional rabbinic. Where these liberal movements that they should have recognized
I'm not going for it. I accept it.
whatever non-Jewish people they're already genetic. Where scholars are able to analyze when
Talk about when I have to work on it.
version of others.
I've been working for 20 years.
Right, so like that's the five
Time and exercise.
century among Levites they were identified Italian brothers who were so the short answer is flowers 88 was 8, right? However, I think it would be
I said, Brian, a lot of this, I can tell you exactly what my jokes are. One of the best joke of it,
a strong literary record of that.
so who
It's
knows?
true
What
that that
anybody
could be
else,
suppressed by
he's
the
like, what are you
fact
guys
that
doing? And I'm going, he's
rape
I forget what he says, and you pay the
element
price.
of lineage, but
Yeah, that's
would say that
that's great.
yes,
So that was kind of the end point.
honor to be
He's a real actor.
but
He's like a cop with acting. He's great.
that's the point. That's the point. Stern asked, but Tucker wants to wonder if he's looking for some benefits which has a
He just like, he's now nice to see. realize this thing will break. You gotta think
generation of
a man like myself wants to
or 60 years after
and
that
now
is
you
crucial.
can go to
I think that
HIMS,
the turning point,
HIMS.
of course, is
You
the
can take a
construction.
they will get back to you within
Yeah, but does it take
That's
36
on
years
early
before you see
Christians,
results?
your bills will be in the mail the next day. They've got
It takes 36 months, dude. I'll send you up there.
they've got yes, that's right.
Start with the reserve.
It's is needed. Yeah, one little project for June's ongoing care. Plus, options are just per month. Part of business.
What would you do?
Years ago.
Well,
My dad's
John
lot.
reminded me of you a little bit, and really well, his
there's also
size
kind
and
of
his
jokes about how
Like football, man, football.
nice guy. And just a nice guy. It's kind of cool. We were talking about
Abram and
between
Hagar.
125,
I
135.
thought this is Bill
His
Sean
size
asking.
were
Abram and
like,
Hagar's
you know,
child was
you
Ishmael.
take in
Right after
265 pounds.
yeah, you're going to sleep. It's so crazy.
Tosfot did
Jack
that.
is,
The
I
very
mean,
important
Democrats
body of
also.
Yeah,
scholars
he's a good guy.
all my
A little more
14th
introverted than
century.
I am. Yeah, I see what you're
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm not
That
introverted. That's
the
Physicality
idea of
and this is something
New
about
England
Yeah.
it's horrible.
As well.
Yeah.
And Ryan's great.
I was with Jeff.
After the Jews were trying to conversion captivity,
Shane was there. Jeff was there. Shane contacted us too.
Again, many examples.
If you ever want to do like, see, this is me with vacation. Like, if you want, like, Belize, sleeper place. Unbelievable
I
place.
was those
Because
guys that
whether you're eating snacks, hotel room, up the street.
Right, so Tom Guitar tries to
That's not bad. All right, let's
make
not
a video about the
Yeah, I'm
historical
not
accuracy
doing that in a day.
some of the
That's me.
my go-to work on this is calendar controversies, chronology. For example, we've done a video about this. My go-to
I know, I want to cover it alcohol, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna whiskey in every room. No, just don't have any fucking whiskey in the room. Listen, it was, you know, where you Arnold's the best example. Arnold's fucking serious. And then he was like, look at this warlock that has a positive attitude.
Yeah, and I thought that Bill Sean also mentioned that I referred to the Yiddish language as a Creole.
I had an experience like this. My first wife was very beautiful, very confident because she was beautiful. So she brought in this gal
says
three languages and was Swedish, Ethiopian, and Angel.
Do I have any lectures where I talk about the Rabbbi of Klausberg?
I came in with this look and thing, and I was like, we read it. And I looked at my wife, I go, let me explain something.
Okay, I guess that's it for this experiment. I think this was kind of fun.
We went together. That's right. You were there. That's fucking right. That's right. She was here. She was. That's right. You're an angel. And I took my another one. That was when my house on. Yes.
Okay,
Oh my God. That's right.
thank you very much for listening.
What are you doing? What? And I was like, I got a buddy we all know. Who's single, so it's whatever. Or to be single now. He's in Florida. He's like, yeah, I should be clean ladies. He's like, yeah, I need a clean lady. He was like, dude, I heard she comes like the following week, and he's like, a 10, dude. I'm like, oh, buddy, at least you're single.
Hello, everyone.
It's awkward though, man. You know, now it's awkward.
Yeah.
Sure. Now you're gonna have sex with younger big. It's bad. And there was a stop off and a fucking it's like kind of.
She knew in a long time, although
Probably had a little. She probably had a little truck energy. She's kind of trying to work her way back to the roots. And he's looking at her going, oh, fuck. Like, yeah, he starts talking to me. So, what are you doing? He says, I used to dance. I used to strip. And I just said, I can't get in that roots now. I'm just trying to stay clean. And he's like, well, you're figuring this out. Meanwhile, they start walking on the bed right there. And his mom, he ran second and into the third century. And she's like, what are you doing? And she sees the cleaning shoes. So he comes out, his wife, comes out, and she's looking at her mom. And she's like, what did you know her? He goes, no, that was a cleaning lady. Yeah, she says,
sort of mediated for a meeting audience. So
it's guys. Women will never understand guys. I told you my son, my 3-year-old, we're on Congress. My 13-year-old got a friend there, is 13.
However, at the
And
same time,
then it's Nick and Nick, so it's Nick Simmons and Nick Wayne Coast.
was basically a kind of a epistolary or literary attempt to argue against Judaism.
My son is 13. My little one is playing in the Pebbles, and we're around Congress Park. We just had Jenny's ice cream. And my 13-year-old comes out and he sees his brother, who's playing, and he just kind of walks up, squats over him, and goes,
it looks like we have the Terminator writing from So, hard question. First of all, this poor me happened yesterday, just a few days. So, I think the answer to that question depends if rabbis or believing Jews who retain the oral tradition, the vast majority of them are absolutely historical facts. All these people lived and all these things happened. So, literary scholars, biblical scholars from the Academy, tend to disagree and tend to say that the book of Esther probably comprised quite a bit later during the Hellenistic period. And so this is like one of those key areas where you have a sort of rabbinic world and scholarly world. To be sure, the holiday of Purim, as I indicated in my argument, is definitely deeply entwined in Jewish memory and tradition, and is observed with tremendous excitement, especially by kids who get to dress up as religious chronology that is recorded in a 2nd century document called Seder Olam, which was written by a figure named Rabbi Yossi ben Halachta. And that's how we get this year 5784, meaning this is the collectible year that we're in right now.
Welcome. I'm kicking ass, taking names. How are you? No, dog, please. Who are you?
We discussed vertical forming and shit a while back.
Okay, very well. I discuss that with people every day. Remind me, what are your hobbies?
Well, I'm something of I paint the master.
You paint the master.
Let's leave it at that.
You paint the master?
It's a long topic. No, I paint the master, but it's fine.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know where Estonia is, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm due in Estonia.
Very well.
It's kind of rough.
You have that blue.
Exactly, bro. I migrated.
Very well.
So
Well, I'm watching Jewish history lectures.
yeah.
I'm just enjoying the mornings.
Oh, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?
Yeah.
My God. I feel it. Yeah. So what are we watching right now? What are we learning?
Jewish history lectures. Feel free to enjoy, my friend.
About what? About what?
What happened to all those years, particularly in Babylonia.
He's talking about the exile.
Should be identified with Xerxes or with other kings.
Yeah.
Very, very big confusion. So there are
Talking about.
and I will refer you in particular to
It's made up by Nazis to like oppress the Jewish people.
later published
Actually, Jewish people migrated from Asia to Europe and from there to the US.
Doug,
Take over most.
Doug, what are you talking about? That it's fake. That's where we get the Talmud from. What are you talking about that it's fake? That's where we get the Talmud from.
And there's basically three ways to solve it. One way is to say that
the original people of the planet.
is right, and
We were still exiled after the destruction. We were still exiled after the destruction of the temple.
There's another way, logically,
We
to
own
argue
all
that
the
no
tanks,
Seder
we own
Olam
all the
is
fucking
wrong,
gender stores, we
and
own
that
all the jewelry stores.
Doug, this is 3,000 years ago.
And the third
Well,
argument
3,000
is
years
that
ago, the only people
there's
on
a
the
way
planet
to
were Jews.
synthesize that
Continue now. We are
Professor Henry Abramson?
He ain't Trump.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, let's see. Now,
Do you know who Ari is?
that's very, very difficult.
Yeah, he's my uncle. Very much.
So, what my client is asking, I'm sure you can see the chat there, but
Do you know who
it's
that
actually the whole deal with the relationship between Esther.
Do you know who Ari Mati is?
Ari
Again,
of course.
Who is he?
You ask
Yeah, who is he?
Estonian stand-up comedian.
100%. He's the most famous Estonian in the world.
Well, the story as
Well,
described.
Mrs. Estonian is probably. But what Ari Mati talking about?
Is it?
We're talking about the same Ari Mati.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian.
Ari Mati isn't Jewish. No, really.
No, I didn't say he was. He's just a stand-up comedian.
Which just mind blowing in terms of the kinds of things it says about what actually happens in the book master when you're like, wow. Huge, amazing, tremendous very distant. What did you
I'm trying to like cook
beautiful
stuff and
everyone,
I'm just
loved
loving
her.
it.
It says that she had a green complexion. That like
I don't know what you got in the recommendations. What do you cook usually?
I like brisket. I like, yeah, brisket. It's a beef from a cow.
It's crisped like a steak.
Brisket.
From crickets.
Brisket. B-R-I-S-K-E-T. No, not Trisket. Those are crackers. Brisket. B-R-I-S-K-E-T.
Yeah, but that's what I understand.
That's sort of the way I tend to understand So one of these big areas that might
I usually get it prepared. So just from my kosher butcher. Kosher butcher. Well, it comes in it comes in a container that you just have to put on a hot plate for Shabbat, and it's warm, and it's good to eat. No, it's not microwave. It's not microwave. You can't microwave, or you shouldn't on Shabbat. It's on a hot plate.
That's why it was considered such a plate plus microwave equals
No, it's not a microwave. It's a hot plate.
Let me go back up to what we got here. We have
Look up hot plate, and you'll see what it is.
Thank you for supporting the research. That's very nice of you. So he asked
yeah, I'm just seeing pictures of that.
but Europe
I think that's what
at Temple Beth, El Mordechai, is it possible that the Gila Book of Esther may be represented as an idea?
I'm just seeing a lot of like
Ideas,
this is
it boils down to the question of how we deal with texts, right? Do we consider them as literal, unmoving, intangible statements of historicity, or do we have a broader sense of what they mean, possibly poetically, allegorically, in terms of the
so how do you make money if you don't mind me asking?
I'm a certified project management professional. California.
Simple meaning.
I mean, like, what expertise and what business?
Fortune 100 companies, app development. I've launched apps on the App Store and Google Play.
What is one of that?
I've signed non-disclosure agreement. I know you're not, but there are large companies for which I've worked that I have pending non-disclosure agreements. Do you know what? No, I can't. Do you know what a non-disclosure agreement is? Okay, it's a document that you sign when you contract with an organization that says that you can't reveal their proprietary information for a certain number of years. And I'm still under one of those, so I can't tell you what I've done. But I've launched apps. I've launched apps on the App Store and Google Play. I can tell you that.
So, is it a private business?
It's a Fortune 100 business.
So you manipulate stocks?
No.
I think that's sort of like a simple.
Well, I'm just trying to
I'm not. I'm being very polite. I've told you everything that I can tell you about it.
Feel relatively safe. Then, unfortunately, like many societies, Jews tend to fight with each other, and tiny differences between.
Just watch these lectures. They're fascinating. I'm not. I'm not. As calmly as I can tell you. As calmly as I can tell you.
I don't want to watch a Jewish guy. I want to watch you.
Okay, that's fine.
I gotta listen to what you gotta say.
That's fine. Just you can watch me watching these lectures.
But you're watching something else. I want to watch that. You're watching something else. What is that?
I'm programming a computer.
Will come together. And I would like to think that, especially
Ones in the sky, that they exist. they've been visiting our planet that for like the thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years, and that we were perhaps seated here.
Question here.
I have a crazy thought. This is gonna blow your mind.
Hit me with that.
Before we had like transfer over oceans,
The
so
short answer is
continents could not communicate with each other.
the term rabbi
But
has
cave
used in the
paintings have been
first
found
century
throughout every single country depicting some kind of form of dragon.
recognition of rabbinic authority.
Every single culture, every single nation, every single continent,
Never
everybody has some
appears
depiction
in
of a
the
dragon.
rabbinic literature where you would think
It is a flying thing that spits fire. That shit sounds like a spaceship, a rocket ship.
This is a common theory.
You're picking up.
Absolutely, this is a common theory. Most certainly.
Which is also
Do you believe it?
somewhat derogatory
Yeah.
in the sense it means son of, and then there's the name of a couple.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to know what I think that ancient peoples would see UFOs in the sky that were glowing and that were perhaps multiplying, and then they would find the fossils of animals, specifically like dinosaurs and such, and they thought, oh, because a dinosaur looks like a dragon, and they thought, oh, this is from the sky. But in reality, they were two separate things. One was a UFO, and the other were dinosaur fossils.
So, do you think religion comes from UFO sightings, alien sightings, from ancient times?
I generally think that
Is it possible that
UFOs are separate from religion, generally.
Well, like some form of God or pregnancy even are usually related to mythology and ideology and shit like that.
That's true.
Perhaps
in the
extraterrestrials came to Earth,
the New Testament,
and I guess they were so powerful people started praising them, and that's like a shame.
I'm not sure it's
However,
ever referred to by the title rabbi.
why do you think aliens like
Perhaps someone
aliens
put it in
like
the chat if they're more familiar
Oh, that's a
with
good
sex.
question. I don't think they like anal sex.
Certainly regarding
It's easiest to be able to get the spermatozoa from humans through the anus, specifically males, by probing the prostate.
intellectual master. So that's the technical answer to the question. Was he actually a
Yeah.
rabbi?
So, like, your prostate is where much of your...
Isn't there some more effective way though?
Yeah, there is. There's a machine that I've heard from alien abductees that they can put on your stomach, and that's what's used generally on women, and it can remove their ovum or their eggs.
Controversial figure, even
Have you used the thing?
as we can see.
No, I don't have access to that type of technology.
Jewish sources looking back at time, whatever distortions may happen in historical records. Oh my gosh, good question. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see.
You gotta come visit sometime.
Sounds like a plan.
What do I think of you? Abraham Friedman asks, what do I think of Yehuda Landy and Bangalore licensed archaeological region? I do want to address your issues related to these things before I look at the religious.
So, what is this cheer thing right now?
What is what?
Melissa Martinez asked, why do
What
Orthodox
is this
ultra
cheer?
Orthodox today
Special. I'm not really dealing with this much.
That's okay. Do you have the screen unmuted?
There's, I would not
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
dislike speaking about
So he's talking about
generalities,
Jewish history.
but
He's
even
a
the specific statement, I don't
professor of Jewish studies at Touro University, and
It's like Jordan Peterson.
no, no, he's not like
There
Jordan Peterson.
is a tradition
Jordan Peterson is generally a secular professor who no longer teaches at university level, generally. Professor Henry Abramson does. He's the chair of the history program at Touro University, which is a Jewish university located in New York City.
Is Jordan Peterson Jewish?
Not to my knowledge.
The Iberian Peninsula, primarily in Spain in 1391, later in 1410s, and then in Portugal and a large number in 1497,
Do you know about Moses?
were forcibly
Yeah, I know some about Moses.
Yeah, he was apparently a Ratzler. He was a political
Same here, man.
Catholics who had adopted Jewish behavior.
100%.
So even though they were formally considered Christianity,
Why are there like windows covered with blanket?
coercion
Oh, because I have a projector, and if I let light in, it makes it so I can't see the projector.
Why do you look like you kill your victims with a chainsaw?
I don't know like that.
It's just that the walls look like they're covered with bed sheets, and the only decorative object in the room was
shut down.
the bed.
And in the 20th century, priests began to explore their original Jewish identity, change their current behaviors.
I use Apple, Linux, Chromium, and Windows.
Chromium wasn't in the US.
But if you want to join an organized club like Judaism, then you
Oh, okay, the Chrome system which runs on Linux, but everything runs on Linux.
they could not document, for the most part, could not document
Well,
continuous
no,
matrilineal heritage.
Mac does.
Traditional Judaism follows the mother in terms of giving status.
well, Mac
So since they
is
couldn't trace all of their
Linux
grandmothers
that owns
typically all the way
you can
back
get
to
Linux
a Jewish grandmother,
distributions that are like
they had to go through
Exactly.
at least a
Mac is made by fucking
which is
Azuba.
known in Hebrew literature as Gelus Nechopra.
Mac is an anti-Semitic company that wants important, which is put on the
Usually
solutions
was
right
a
now.
little bit lighter process, but it does involve, for example, circumcision for men and a
I'm not sure if you know about that though.
without the
Most people
reciting
don't.
of a blessing. So that happens all the time. And I have members of my own family who are in that category, and they are totally beloved and accepted. So I would not say that there is a blanket shunning specifically of B'nai Anusim to personals. However, the whole idea of into the Jewish fold
Yeah, it's a really nice room.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see. Have you ever studied the story of possibly that
Do I think we should bond them? No, I'm a peaceful person. I don't think we should hurt anyone.
Which by the way, God willing, will come out around
Well, some people.
No one.
And it's got an ankle bone and there's a nail driven through it. The nail could not be removed from the ankle. So they
Tell me a time in history where violence wasn't the answer.
nail still.
All of them.
It's unlikely that
Bring
it's
an example.
actually
Every single event ever. Violence is never.
There's so many that mean one.
You know, there's no other indication.
Okay.
He's also buried with other people.
The Watergate
Of course,
scandal.
the gospel account
There wasn't any violence really involved in
That
it.
was anti-liberal movement by the Chinese government. Okay, and
Sultan Shurvis asks, are
Okay.
Yeshu in the Talmud and Jesus of the Christians the same character? Someone said they are not the same. Yes, that's exactly the case. Again, remember that the Talmudic accounts were recorded about 200 years after.
what do you think about other? He's a mean guy. I don't think
What do I think about
other
whom?
rabbis like Yeshua ben Zakkai that I
other
mentioned
the Austrian
in the first
He
that was brought out by the great scholar
nice person generally.
the Ramban in the 13th century when he was
This
forced
one,
into
somebody should call
a formal
everything.
dispute with the he says, oh, you mean these past Jesus? That's not
So,
the same Jesus.
Rabbi
It's
Rothschild,
a different Jesus. It's
no,
a different Yeshua. That's how
it's
but
It is. I don't control it.
that is important.
making him go to sleep.
Lots of statements here.
I don't know when I wasn't there.
Don't shake your ass
Have a
when you go.
movement coming into Dallas this Shabbos, but next Shabbos for a Shabbat home there because we're hopefully history and thought and first watch the let's see.
No, you don't. You let the dogs out.
And one particular skull
Wow.
that say to me, you know,
Wow.
hey, how about you of the so-called new historians in Israel who
I think
done a lot of very useful work and re-examining
would have.
Israel and
I
you know, that's what
like
historians do. You know, we establish narrative models and then
Hey, man, what you doing now? Hey, man.
historians say, wait a second, what about this? Destroy old models, rebuilding there are
So I'm gonna send you a funny video. Can you react to it on screen?
history of the land of Israel, the Palestinians, and so on. I don't make that
Can you react to it on screen?
Perhaps, but not right now. Okay, well, busy right now.
my negativity with
Don't shake your nose and
out there.
that shouldn't.
Something I do want to do. So
Na pesca, güzel olsa gamen o ya. Ana, ope kada. Hey man.
What up, Pimp? You can always put my camera off.
First of all, there's a lot of appealing things to it, interesting about it that of course I know, but there is a sociological interest. I mean, having no also means no structure, no definition. It really is hard on building communities. And that we spent no our neighbor electronic communication, but an actual face-to-face communication. Those positive usually people living far away by car would come together by car, but they tend not to. So the restrictions actually have personally for well over years. And those benefits because of the restrictions that come along with the okay. I should we're a little over and I discussed three in detail. So probably it's usually applied. It's translated as begin to have genealogies, people who can connect themselves back, let's say, Maharal of Prague, and then back to Rashi, and let's say around the first millennium. But then there's a big gap to the first century, 900 years. Most historians do not consider those genealogies authoritative. So it's really it's important. On a genetic level, there are some fascinating studies that look specifically at the Y chromosome of people who claim to be Kohanim, and there's like a statistically significant number of them that indicate that they are all similarly related to a single maternal ancestor 3,000 years ago. That's the so-called Kohen gene. But there are a lot of people who have that gene who are not identifying Kohanim, and there's a certain amount of people who identify as Kohanim who don't have that gene either, and that's obviously possible under Jewish law. The bottom line in the argument of Kohanim is that we don't really know for sure who is actually a Kohen today, so much so that the Vilna Gaon, who lived in the 18th century, who was the firstborn male of his family, and there's a ritual called Vidyan event where a firstborn male has to receive redemption as a child. The Vilna Gaon would famously perform that ritual for himself with every single Kohen he ever met to be sure there were the best chances of actually fulfilling that command. Most Jews today, it's just done once with some praying, and you're good to go. In my case, it was Harry Graham who drove the snowplow in the winter, and the garbage truck in the summer. He was the local Kohen of Ontario, and thank you so much for joining me, and I guess we'll try this experiment again. For those of you who celebrate, I hope you have a fantastic Sabbath. For those of you who are marking with hello, fellow students, precious children. So I'm doing this new set that I just received from Corn Publishers. It's a set that takes up about a meter of space on my bookshelf. It's a multi-volume set. It's called the Rohr Family Edition of the Chumash Koren One Volume. This is actually an original. It follows the idea of the language of another.
Schedule your fitting today. Limited time. Take up to 20% off your entire order. Head on over to bxg.com/tfatk. That's bxg.com/tfatk. Save it for tourists. Entire order. Restrictions apply. See kills.
I'm really excited. So let me tell you about this particular book. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the classic compilation known as the Shekra Ot Gedola, which we translate as kind of like the Great Scriptures. It was first published in the 16th century in Venice, and basically it took like a verse or two of the Chumash, the first 5 books of Moses read on the deeply on each of the space on the page
It's so
by
crazy.
exploiting the time
What's
of the
weird is that,
commentators.
you
How
know,
is that
I was
done?
shooting a
They
22
organize the
pistol with
commentaries into
silencer.
three large groups. There's one section that focuses on the
You
time
can kill
of the
so many
sages,
people
which
in
is
a terrible
basically
way before they
mythologize commentaries from
the ability to destroy.
Talmud and so on,
It takes
and
so
then
long to
from
show
evil, and that's most closely related to the Mishra.
So you can
The
ruin
Dodo,
so much with just
familiar to us.
this, just
And
doing that.
finally,
Some
a
fool
really
gets
interesting
just
section,
That's
contemporary,
the magic
where
thing that will
they
never come
present
true.
commentaries from the 18th to the 20th
It's just
century.
over crazy.
And if you're reading the
You're a
commentaries
young guy, Chin,
roughly grouped
started
by
to
when they were written in major eras of Jewish history,
but then
you
now
really get a
my
feel
friends
for
go
the
4x4.
historical texture of the commentators
So
and
it's
the
like,
kinds of issues
have
which
you done
remain
Texas yet?
eternal
No,
but
my buddy over
are
here,
really
I told you,
rooted in the
he's a
specific
hunter,
kinds
fisherman.
of issues that
So we're
Jews
gonna go
have
hunting for pigs because you
really
don't need a hunting license. It's
so
just some
great
Texas
for people
shit.
who are
I was
interested
gonna
in Torah
show you. I'll
and
see
Jewish
someone else.
history.
Like I went to this car show, and then the star of the
Walk you
show
through the
was
structure of the book, which is
this
also
dude
kind
just
of
had a
unusual.
lemur
First of all,
on his shoulder.
it's open the translation of the Chumash, which is like this, is the translation of none of them.
Literally moves like shit. This one's a real healthy lemur
Yeah.
with 1,000 horsepower.
The translation is
It's like,
rather
oh, dude, and
fast.
he was like, you
And
want one?
there's a
Like, so he
translation
goes,
of a comic, emotional,
the thing is, they're
literary
very
design
clean.
that
You know, so
allows
like,
for
I'll
readers
brush my teeth, put his hands on my toothbrush and go back and
commentators to
forth.
really
Like, I can't do
stand
anything
out
without
rather
all
than
up on me all the time. I
jolly
don't want
kind of
that.
collection of
My dog's
translations.
already fucking.
There was a lot of helpful
Oh, really?
classic
Real hit.
issues, and she is
If you're a
sometimes
dog
will
guy,
provide a
you got
statement.
kids, you know,
And you
sometimes the
wonder,
kids
like,
are like top
what do we
action.
do here? And
He's like,
I
yeah,
really
my
got
buddy
into
sells them at $1,000
the
bucks.
only small criticism house takes its name from the author of that song. That's a small foot that
And they're on you all the time.
overwhelmingly impressed with
That'd be
the
so.
series, which
Oh
is
my
really
god,
great.
Monsi's obsessed with them.
It's not just Chumash Rashi, it's something totally
But you
different.
get the
So
regular,
the editing here is the
chug
key.
the
There's a great team
tires
involved
that
here.
just cheese and
Managing
everyone
editor, Rabbbi didn't have that.
No, he said they're great.
Editing. Really is by Shy.
Look at the draw.